any time you find yourself leaning on your elbow for any length of time, if you're anything like me, that might be when you prop yourself up in bed, or if you rest your hands on your desk or on the very sharp corner of your laptop, all these are going to be putting pressure on the nerves that run down the elbow and across the wrist. Bring yourself onto your chair and turn it backwards so that you can lean your elbow on the back of the chair. Make sure your hand is really floppy for this next exercise. Then find your elbow bone. Slide along the inside of your arm a little bit, and there's another bone. We're going to be working on the little area in between those two bones, and we're going to be tapping on that area. You may notice tingling, fizzing, even possibly pain if your nerve is trapped. Let's tap a little bit faster. Notice all the sensations as you do this. Now rub forward and back. This is a bit of a stronger manipulation. It's designed to release the tension away from the nerve endings. And you're rubbing forward and back towards your chest and towards the elbow bone. Just gently rubbing. Keep pulling forwards and back towards you and away from you. You may even actually feel that nerve under your finger. Now let's just release by giving a good shake out to those hands. Now let's go across to the other elbow. Once more, make sure your fingers are floppy. Find the elbow bone, slide along the inside, find the other knobbly bone. We're going to be working by tapping the little bit in between them. In that area, a little bit faster now. Now rub it forwards and backwards, towards you and away, noticing the sensations, noticing any tingling. Notice where all different parts of your arms are talking to your brain about the sensations that you feel as you release this nerve ending. This is a little bit stronger, this rubbing forward and back. So if it's too much, go back to the gentle tapping or take a rest. And now give your hand a lovely shake out. Now working on your right arm again, bring your hand, fingers towards you, back towards your shoulder, and use your left hand to draw the fingers back. Hold it here. Now flip the arm back over the other way to stretch the back of your hand. Now let's release and give ourselves another bit of a shake out before we go over to the other side. If your hand has been hyperextending for some time and you've been putting pressure on the inside of your wrists or pressing down onto your elbow, we're going to need to stretch out the nerves and tendons and the muscles surrounding. Draw your hand back as we did before, pulling back on the fingers as strongly as your body will allow. other side now. Now let's give our hands a gentle shake, splaying the fingers and shaking them forwards in front of you, wafting them up and down and sideways, in and out, feeling that nice flexion at the wrists, stirring them round and round in clockwise and anti-clockwise circles, and really releasing. Let's go back to looking at this elbow and that nerve in particular. Make the OK sign with your right hand and begin to draw it in towards you, perhaps towards your jaw at first, just seeing how far you can draw the fingers back. Release forward once more. Let's have a try. See if you can stretch it a little bit further back this time. Now let's see if we can lift that elbow and begin to stretch even further across that nerve, drawing your hand up by your nose until eventually you can imitate the Birdman. Shall we see if the other side's any easier? Making the OK sign, draw the arm up by your jaw at first, feeling the stretch along your forearm and your underside forearm, if that makes any sense. Once more, let's draw the arm up, see if you can turn the hand a little bit further this time. And then we'll begin to lift the elbow and see if we can reach further back until eventually we'll be able to tip that hand upside down and make the Birdman sign. Notice the difference this side compared to the other. Shall we try with both arms and see if you can get your glasses on? Yay! Well, somebody's having fun. These things I wish for. Release and stretch as you want to now. Let's take a few cat-cows in order to release the low back. I'm turning sideways just so you can see it, but you can be normal way on. Tuck the tailbone under and release the low back long. Then roll the pelvis forward into an anterior tilt. Just enjoy those feelings and lengthening through the back body as you tuck the tailbone under. Lengthening through the front body as you roll the hips forward. Just notice how much mobility you've got today. These things I wish for you. Now come forward into a beautiful long forward bend. If you can manage knees closed or hip width apart, that's great. If not, knees apart to let your tummy through. Now gently open the knees wide as you can and come forward into a beautiful forward fold. Lengthening through the back of the neck, crown of the head comes down towards the ground. Feel the hips opening out and the inner thighs gently beginning to release. Movement really helps here from side to side. Now hinge or roll yourself back up to sitting.
Tried to fill in the cracks that were spreading in my mind.
From here, gently lean from one side to the other, rolling your shoulder forwards as you go, bringing your spine into a little twist and noticing for yourself exactly how smooth and flexible this feels for you today. Now interlink your fingers the wrong way, so whichever finger was on top, now the opposite finger is going to be on top. Turn your hands inside out and stretch yourself up as tall as you can. Gently begin to side lean from one side to the other, noticing how much your abdominals contract automatically to support you in this movement. Make this next side bend your last side bend. Then take a beautiful deep inhale and circle the arms all the way around the side of your body. Exhale, release and rotate the shoulders backwards. Let's take your right arm out to the side, nice and long and strong, and turn your fingers back as far behind you as they'll go. Gently beginning to roll the head away from the arm and release. Inhale, exhale, roll the arm away. Inhale, release. Keep going. And release. Let's change over to the other hand now. The arm out, long and strong out to the side and tilting the fingers behind you as far as they can. Gently begin to nod, side bend the head, one side to the other, releasing. Inhaling as you release, exhaling as you side bend. And release. Can you really feel that? Now gently roll forward into a forward bend, relaxing and releasing, rounding the back of the neck, long crown of the head, coming towards the floor, completely relaxed. Now bring your arms up to shoulder height and roll the hands over in a tight fist, stretching through the back of the hands. Then bend the hands and, just like being a waiter, draw the flat hands up by your ears again. Hands open and rolled, flattened, and bend the arm. Go from one to the other as smoothly as you can. This is the last time, so give it a really good long stretch. Now take the heel of your right hand and gently massage the forearm of the left hand, rubbing and rolling to release any last bits of tension. Now let's switch to the right arm, pressing the heel of the hand and then moving it to different areas to give it a gentle release. Noticing the sensations in both arms and hands as you go. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. And relax completely. But there's something about you I like, I get